Jumping into the next set review is going to be Appmon Support Part 2. While Appmon has just released a handful of cards from BT21, there's still so many characters and Digimon to go through. But disclaimer, I have probably only seen half of an episode of App Monsters, and that was quite a while ago. And while I have been alerted to the correct pronunciations of Rina Shinomiya and Kyoko Kurami, I'll do the best I can when it comes to some of these card names. Also, as a reminder that for App Monsters, these do not follow a conventional level flow from an in-training, to rookie, to champion, to ultimate, to mega. Instead, they have a secondary system known as grades that goes from a standard to super, to ultimate, to god. And for the last matter of business, App Monsters can only be linked with one link material unless they have a special condition in the case of Gaiamon. Because of this, if you were to link with another Digimon while it is linked, it will fall off and go to the trash. And remember, typically a link cost will be 1 for standard level Digimon, 2 for super level Digimon, and 3 for ultimate level Digimon. Now let's get right into the set review. Tapmon is the newest level 2 for the archetype, and is a Digimon that has a Your Turn effect in which when this Digimon gets linked, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. But I still prefer Swipemon because the card draw is definitely more worthwhile. But for a 5th egg option now, it's fine. For the Soul Red Appmon Digimon, it's a Fakemon, a super level Digimon that can Digivolve from any level 3 red Digimon for 2, or any standard level Digimon for a cost of 2. It's yet another security Digimon that plays itself when it's hit in security. On play, and when Digivolving, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less. Likewise, when it's linked, it does the same thing. But from my eyes, at least for the time being, I don't find this card as useful considering globemon does a lot of removal on its own. That being said, when I reviewed these cards, I am literally looking at things for the first time without any interaction with the other cards. Maybe my opinion might change as I look at more of them. For mcmon, this standard level Digimon has an on-play effect which reveals the top 3 cards of the deck, and adds 1 card with the Appmon trait, and 1 card with the entertainment or awakening trait among them to the hand before bottom decking the rest. Adding a secondary searcher for the deck now might be useful alongside Navimon. Its link cost is 1 and has a link effect which trashes any 1 Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. While I like the disruption, especially against sources, at some point, I feel like we're going to need something to target linked cards. Musimon is the next level 3. A Digimon that when this Digimon gets linked, if you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play 1 Torajiro Asuka without paying the cost. Its link effect is identical to the Tapmon. And now, it's time for some app fusion. Musimon and mcmon app fuse into mediamon, a super level Digimon that Digivolves for 3 conventionally from a blue or yellow level 3, 3 from any standard level Digimon, or app fuses from Musimon, Rikomon, and or mcmon for a cost of 0. You only need 2 of these cards, so pick your options. On play, and when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4000 DP for the turn. Also your turn when this Digimon gets linked, you may play 1 level 3 Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your hand without paying the cost. Not quite what I was expecting for blue, but the playing out a Digimon via effect is pretty on point. The linked effect is when attacking, you may play 1 level 3 Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your hand without paying the cost. More search with Musimon, let's go. Entermon is the ultimate level Digimon, a Digimon with the app fusion requirements of Mediamon and Dreammon for a cost of 0. This Digimon has Alliance and an on-play and when Digivolving effect, in which you may link 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from your hand or this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. Your turn, once per turn when this Digimon gets linked, you may play 1 play cost 4 or lower Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your hand without paying the cost. And when this card is linked, give one of your opponent's Digimon minus 4000 DP for each of your Digimon with the Appmon trait. Bottom line, it feels like between Navimon and Entermon, we've got a lot of board swarm and DP reduction in this set. Which takes us to the god level Digimon, OURANOSMON. This god level Digimon happens to be that Digimon with the awakening trait from Musimon Search. This Digimon has Alliance, and Link +1 and can app fuse from Entermon and Fakemon for a cost of 0. When Digivolving, and when attacking, once per turn you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your hand without paying the cost. Also all turns when any of your Digimon are played, you may link 1 Appmon trait Digimon card from this Digimon's Digivolution cards to one of your Digimon without paying the cost. Note that the effect doesn't say this Digimon, just one of your Digimon, which means you could link to another Digimon instead of this one? One thing I like about Gaiamon and this Digimon are the fact that they really help with their own effects. In doing so, they're able to link to themselves and then produce a secondary effect. But moving to the secondary line, there's Roamon, a green security level 4 Digimon that plays itself after battle and without paying the cost. On play, and when digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Also when linking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Pretty typical of green for its effects, and not much to talk about here. With Rikomon, this Digimon can digivolve from any level 2 Digimon with the Appmon trait, and has an on-play effect where by trashing one Digimon card with Appmon and its traits from your hand, you draw 2. Its link effect is simply Blocker. Dreammon is the last level 4 today's discussion, and has an all-turns effect where when this Digimon gets linked, your opponent's effects can't return one of your Digimon to the hand or decks until their turn ends. The only downside is we aren't really in a heavy blue meta, but when that time comes, you bet this card is probably going to be really important for the meta. When linking, you de-digivolve one on one of your opponent's Digimon. Again, really strong to be able to link and de-digivolve, while also simultaneously preventing bounce of any kind to hand or deck. And for the last Digimon for this set review video, it's simply Fakemon. This Digimon app fuses from Roamon and Fakemon for a cost of 0. It has Retaliation, and an on-play when digivolving effect that may link one level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash, or this Digimon's Digivolution cards, to this Digimon without paying the cost. For the typical purple recycling ability, I like it, considering you can also use Rikomon for the cycling aspects, and setting up the trash. And while it's linked, the Digimon that it is linked to gets Scapegoat. And considering OURANOSMON and its line can spawn bodies, there's plenty of protection with this effect. And now to the newest Tamer card, Torojiro Asuka. This Tamer has a start of main phase effect in which if your opponent has a Digimon, you gain 1 memory. Your turn when any of your Digimon get linked. By suspending this Tamer, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. Then one of your Digimon may app fuse into a Digimon card in the hand. Combined with the effects of your other Digimon that could be digivolving and spawning more bodies, ultimately you could also be setting up for a potential board wipe. But the last and final card for today's set review is going to be the option card, Music of the Heart. This Appmon trait option card can have its color requirements ignored if you have an Appmon trait Digimon or Tamer on the battlefield. Its main effect allows you to draw 1 and then place this card into the battle area. And while it's not like Fireball, 2 memory for an option for card draw has been feeling better. All turns when any of your Appmon trait Digimon are played, delay. You may link one Appmon trait Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost. When comparing this to the likes of App Link, it doesn't necessarily filter, but the matter of simply being able to delay at any time versus end of turn also feels pretty great. No deck profiles will be done for any of these videos, as there's honestly a lot of information to already go through. And while it was nice taking a break from the Liberator and CS related cards, there is a hodgepodge of miscellaneous cards that I like to go over before heading back to Cyber Sleuth. What are your thoughts on the Appmon cards, and do you think you'll be missing some of the cards with Haru Shinkai? Or will you be keeping both decks moderately purist and away from each other? Let me know your thoughts, because we'll be diving into every other archetype through the weekend for BT22 Cyber Eden. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.